Now, chartered, we will start with depreciation. Now, depreciation, everybody knows what is depreciation. There is no rocket science in that. But fatafat, tell me the following journal entries. For purchase of asset, journal entry for purchase of asset. Purchase of asset, fixed assets are purchased. What is the journal entry? Sir, journal entry is asset account debit to cash or bank. Wonderful. Asset account debit to cash or bank. When we purchase the asset, the journal entry is asset account debit to cash or bank. Now chartered, suppose if I tell you what is the journal entry for depreciation. What is the journal entry for depreciation? Then there can be two possibilities. Either there can be depreciation to asset, when we charge depreciation directly to asset account. Second is when we don't charge depreciation directly to asset account but to a separate account which is known as which account? Tell me. Provision for depreciation. So then the journal entry will become depreciation to provision for depreciation. What is the journal entry for sale? What is the journal entry for sale of asset? What is the journal entry for sale of asset? The sale of asset ka journal entry is cash bank account debit to asset, or I can say cash bank account debit, PL account debit to asset if there is loss, and if there is profit, then PL will be credited. Cash bank account debit, PL account debit to asset. But if there is provision for depreciation chartered, the journal entry is cash bank account debit, provision for depreciation account debit, to asset account. Correct? So, there are two methods of accounting for depreciation. First method is known as depreciation is directly charged to asset. That means depreciation is subtracted from the asset. And second method mein chartered, we don't charge depreciation directly to asset, but we charge to a separate account which is known as provision for depreciation. And that provision for depreciation is subtracted from the asset. Am I clear? For example, I'll tell you, there is fixed asset 10 rupees. Depreciation may we charge depreciation 2 rupees, it will become how much? 8. Then again we charge depreciation next year 2, it will become how much? 6. Again we charge depreciation 2, it will become how much? 4. This is how the first method goes, where we charge depreciation directly to asset. But in the second method chartered, it is fixed asset 10, provision for depreciation 2, outer column 8. Again fixed asset 10, second year ka depreciation 2, previous year ka depreciation 2, so total depreciation has become 4, outer column 6. Third year mein again fixed asset how much? 10. 3 years ka total depreciation is how much? 3 years ka total depreciation, 3 years ka total depreciation is 6, outer column 4. Oh, so over here depreciation is not subtracted from the asset, but it is charged to a separate account which is known as provision for depreciation. Am I clear? Sir? Oh sir, why do we follow provision for depreciation account? We follow provision for depreciation account so that we can know what is the cost of the asset and how much depreciation we have charged till now. So there is an advantage of accounting under provision for depreciation. But generally students don't like second method. Why? Because there is one more account. Correct. But in reality we are supposed to follow, company follows provision for depreciation only. So again I tell you how many ways of accounting for depreciation are there? Two ways. Way one may be charge depreciation directly to fixed asset. Way 2 may be charge depreciation to provision for depreciation. That provision for depreciation keeps on accumulating every year. Like over here, first year may depreciation of 1 year, second year may depreciation of 2 years, third year may depreciation of 3 years. So it is also known as accumulated depreciation because it keeps on accumulating. Am I clear? Now, when you sell the asset, over here it is selling price. Over here it is book value of the asset sold. Book value means written down value of the asset as on the date of sale. So book value as on date of sale. Correct. But over here it is selling price, provision for depreciation में total depreciation till now, and over here it is cost. Correct. Because asset is recorded at cost only. Because if I would have told you, if you would have seen the balance sheet which I had prepared, over there I had written fixed asset account debit, then provision for depreciation account debit 6, 4. Now suppose this asset is sold for 3 rupees 50 paisa. This asset is sold for 3 rupees 50 paisa. What is the journal entry will pass? Will pass cash bank account debit 3 rupees 50 paisa. Provision for depreciation account debit 50 paisa. Sorry, provision for depreciation account debit 6 rupees. Loss account debit 0.5 to fixed asset 10. Correct. So fixed asset will appear at which value? Cost, and provision for depreciation will be debited with total depreciation up to the date of sale. Yes, no? Yes. Understood. Now charted. Now, if in the exam they ask you to pass or prepare disposal account, if in exam they ask you to prepare disposal account, then what will you do? Then this journal entry ko you will break it into two parts. पहले पानी देना ना. This journal entry ko you will break into two parts. First is cash bank account debit, PL account debit to disposal. Second is disposal to cash bank. Correct? Acha, sir, what is disposal account? Disposal account is nothing but it helps us to break the entry for sale. Disposal account is nothing but an intermediary account which helps us to break the entry for sale. Correct? Sir, why do we prepare disposal account? We prepare disposal account so that all the details of assets sold, we get it in one account which is known as disposal account. We prepare disposal account so that all the details of assets sold are available in one account which is known as disposal account. Correct? Similarly charted, this entry also, you will break through disposal. So if they ask you to prepare disposal account, you are supposed to break the entry for sale in two parts. One is cash bank, provision for depreciation. PL to disposal. Cash bank PL to disposal and disposal to asset. Over here, cash bank provision PL to disposal. And second is disposal to asset. Correcta, incorrecta? So as far as accounting is concerned, this is what we are supposed to do. How many methods of accounting are there? 2. Without provision, with provision. Without provision mein asset purchase, asset to cash bank. Depreciation to asset, if you want to charge depreciation directly to asset. Else, if you prepare a separate account, then it is known as provision for depreciation account. Then we charge depreciation to provision for depreciation. The journal entry is depreciation to provision for depreciation. Sale of asset, cash bank PL to asset. If there is profit, we will credit PL. If there is provision for depreciation, cash back provision PL to asset. Provision may we debit total provision. The reason I told you, an asset at cost. Why do we do like this? Because when we are selling the asset, we are supposed to remove the asset. When we are selling the asset, we are supposed to remove the asset, and asset is appearing at which value? Cost only. So we'll remove the asset at cost. And if asset will go, will its provision for depreciation stay? No. It is like a sati concept. जब asset जाएगा, तब provision for depreciation भी जाएगा. Whenever asset will go, then provision for depreciation will go. So provision for depreciation will go, will debit. Total provision for depreciation will go. Correct? Now chartered. There are various methods of charging depreciation. Correct? There are various methods of charging depreciation. Now, there is, let's do one question. Sir, which question? You tell me which question. Now, एक पहले simple question करते. This question number Lakshmi. Correct? Now, Lakshmi maintains only one ledger account for all machineries. ठीक है? Lakshmi maintains all ledger accounts, one ledger account for all machineries. Fair enough. She purchased the following machineries during 16 and 16-17. ठीक है? On 1/4/2015, 64,000. On 1/7/2015, 38. 1/4/2015 means which year? Means 15-16. 1/7, that is again 15-16. Then 1/10/2015. Oh my God, 1/10 is again 15-16. 1/4, that is 16-17. 31st March 17, that is 16-17. Correct? A machine purchased on 1st April 2015 was burnt on 1st October 17. So this was burnt on 1st October 17 and scrap value recovered is 4,000. Now my wonderful chartered accountant, 1/10/2017 ko the asset was burnt. If 1/10/2017 ko if asset was burnt, chartered, what is the year? Year is 17-18. Correct? Yes. Then a machine purchased on 1st July 2015 was sold for 60,000 on 31st March 19. अच्छा, A machine purchased on 1st July 15 was sold for 60,000 on 31st March 19. Machine purchased on 1st July 15 was sold on 31st of March. Sold on 31st of March 19. That is 1819. For how much? 60,000. You are required, and depreciation is charged under straight line method at the rate of 10% on 31st of March. You are required to prepare machinery account for 4 years. Correct? Yes. Chalo. Step 1. Step 1 chartered. Statement of PL. Statement of PL. Sorry, statement of plant and machinery. How many plant and machinery are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are supposed to prepare for 4 years. 15, 16, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. Now, date, particulars, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 and total. There are 5 machines in total. Correct? Yes. Last one is 17, 18. Which is last one? No, correct only, no. 31st of March 17 is 16, 17 only, no. Now, 1, 4, 15. 1, 4, 15. Purchases. How much? 64,000. 64,000. 1, 7, 15. Purchases. 38,000. 38,000. Then 1, 10, 15. Again you are purchasing. No, 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 no. Purchasing. How much? 80,000. You are purchasing 80,000 chartered. Now tell me, 31st March 16. Depreciation at the rate of 10% SLM. Now on machine 1 you will charge depreciation for full year. On machine 1 you will charge depreciation for full year, that is 12 months. Correct? So 12 months ka depreciation will come to how much? 6,400. On machine 2 which you purchased on 1/7 chartered, machine 2 which you purchased on 1/7, you will charge depreciation for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 9 months. So 9 months ka depreciation on 38,000 is how much? What tell me, 9 months depreciation on 38,000 at the rate of 10% is how much? 2850. Correct? 9 months ka depreciation is how much? 2850. and then you will charge depreciation on 80,000 for how many months? 6 months, October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months ka depreciation on 80,000. Bola bola. That is how much? 4,000. So that is total depreciation is how much? 6,400, 2,850 plus 4,000. Total depreciation will become how much? Total depreciation chartered will become 13,250. Correcta, incorrecta? Correcta. Now, we are left with how much? We are left with how much? 1/4/2016. 1/4/2016. Correct. 1/4/2016 को balance is how much? 57,600, 35,150, 76,000 total 168,750. Barabar. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now chartered. Again 16 में आके we have purchased 1/4/16 को you purchase 1886. 1/4/16 को you purchase how much? 86,000 on 31st March 17. On 31st of March 17 chartered, you purchase how much? 1 lakh. Then on 31st March 17, you charge depreciation at the rate of 10%. And remember, you are charging depreciation on straight line method. So on this asset, you will charge depreciation 6,400. On this asset, 3,800. On this asset, 8,000. On machine 4, you will charge full 12 months depreciation. Why? Because you purchased on 1/4/16. So on this 86,000, you will charge full 12 months depreciation. Full 12 months depreciation is 8,600. And the last 1 lakh per you will not charge depreciation. On last 1 lakh, you will not charge depreciation. Why you will not charge depreciation? Because you purchased the asset on the last date. If you purchase the asset on the last date, why will you charge depreciation? Correct? No depreciation. So total depreciation will be 6,400 plus 3800 plus 8,000 plus 8,600 is how much? 26,800. 26,800. Correcta? Yes. Now charted 1/4/17. 1/4/17 balance. 1/4/17 balance. How much? 51,200. Then 31,350. 68,000. 77,400. 1 lakh and 327,950. 327,950. Now chartered, tell me. 110 2017 depreciation. How much? 3,200. Correct? Yes. You are left with how much? 110 को you are selling. So 110 तक का depreciation is how much? 3,200. Sir, how you got 3,200? Beta, the total value is how much? 64,000. On that 10% depreciation you will charge? Yes. For how many months? 6 months, because you are selling on 110. So year starting to 110 is 6 months, therefore you will charge 6 months ka depreciation. So 3200. Correct. You are left with how much? You are left with book value of how much? 48,000. And the asset has got burnt, so you got only how much? 4,000. So selling price 4,000. Selling price also you subtract. So there is a loss of how much? Loss of 44,000. Correct? Loss of 44,000 chartered. Now, fatafat tell me, did next asset is sold in 1819. Next asset is sold on 1819 chartered. 1819 में क्या हुआ? 31st of March 18. 31st of March 18 chartered. What will happen? Depreciation on remaining assets 3,800, 6,800, 8,000, 8,600, 10,000 and 30,400. Correct? Now chartered. A chartered. Tell me, how much is left? 1,418. 1,418. How much is left? One 418. Selling price is given over here in the question. The scrap value recovered was 4,000. Correct? Now chartered. So this gives you how much? 27,550. Then 60,000. Then 68,800. Then 90,000. Then 246,350. 31st March 19. Depreciation. Why 31st of March 19? Because machine purchased on 1st July was sold on 31st March 19. So at the end of the year it was sold. So you are supposed to charge full depreciation on machine 2. Yes. Full depreciation will be how much? 3,800. Correct. So you will be left with how much? Tell no. Then we will be left with 237.50. You will be left with how much? 237.50. Now, that is book value. Thereafter, selling price 60,000. Sir, you sold it for 60,000. Yes, chartered. You sold it for 60,000. So you are left with how much, chartered? You are left with now. 1418. Thank you. Now, so selling price is 60,000. You subtracted the loss is how much? Profit. Profit 36,250. Correct? Yes. Now charted 31st March 19 को let's charge depreciation for remaining asset also. Remaining asset का depreciation how much? 8,000. 8,600. 10,000. Total depreciation is 30,400. Correct? Now tell me फटाफट closing balance. बोलो बोलो. Closing balance is 192,200. Thank you. So we are done with the statement. Now we are supposed to prepare the account. Correct? Yes. Now, plant and machinery account. Ready? Yes. No. Plant and machinery account. When did we purchase? 1,440. 1,415. 1,415 purchases. How much? 64,000. Then, sorry, two cash bank. Purchases 64. Then 1,715. Again you purchase, so two cash bank. How much? 38,000. Then again you purchased. Which date? 1/10/15. Two cash bank. Correct, no? I don't know, matlab you have written some brackets only, so I don't know how to address you. 38,000. Then two cash bank 80,000. Then 31st of March 15. By depreciation. How much depreciation? 13,250. So by balance carried down. By balance carried down how much? 30. How much? 168,750. Correct? Yes. Now, okay. Aditya, where did you go? Then Samiksha, correct. Sir, is it compulsory to prepare statement that you made? Is it enough we prepare calculation of PL of old machine as working note? I'll tell you, Samiksha, yeah, some people don't prepare this. Then what will you do? You will start doing calculation of depreciation in bracket here and there. Correct? Or you have to go on showing a separate working note. And once or twice in the exam, they have asked only this statement. Correct? So it creates, it gives us three advantages. Advantage number one, the accounting becomes easy. Advantage number two, instead of doing so many working notes, You don't have to do any working note, everything is done. Advantage number 3, if they ask you only statement of PL, you will be able to do it. Am I clear? And advantage number 4, I will show you in the next question. Correct? 168, 750. Then 1416. But if you don't prepare, no problem. I'm showing you the advantage only. If you don't prepare the statement, fair enough. If you have used to it, that is not a problem. To cash bank. Need to balance brought down. Balance brought down is how much? 168, 750. Then chartered. Again you purchased on 1416. To cash bank. How much? 86,000. Again you purchased on 31st March 17. To cash bank. How much? 1 lakh. And 31st of March 17, so you will charge depreciation by depreciation. How much? 86,000. Depreciation total was 31st March 17 को 26,800. बोलो बोलो कुछ तो 31st March 17 depreciation. Correct. Correct, Navya. This is how much? Depreciation of second year is 26,800. By balance carried down. How much? 327,950. Thereafter chartered. One 417. To balance brought down. 327,950. The asset got burnt on 11017. So till 11017 you will charge depreciation. By depreciation, how much? 3,200. Then you sold the asset for how much? By cash bank, you sold it for how much? 4,000. Yes, no. Yes, sir. Then by PL, there is a loss of how much? 44,000. Then on 31st of March 17, you will charge depreciation on the remaining asset. Depreciation on the remaining asset is how much? 30,400. We had calculated already. 31st of March 18 by depreciation. Bolo bolo. And by balance carried down. By balance carried down. Tell me how much? 246, 350. Now 18. 1,418. Now charted 1,418 को balance is how much? Balance 1,418 to balance is how much? 246, 350. Now, then 2, then charted you sold the asset on 31st of March 19. So you will charge depreciation up to 31st of March 19, full year ka depreciation on all the assets. Comes to how much? Same 30,400. Then you sold one asset to buy cash bank selling price. How much? 60,000. And you created a PL, profit. Profit. This pi means symbol of profit. How much? 36, 250. This pi means what? Profit. Then, correct? By balance carried down. 192, 200. Hey, understood? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now charted. Correct? Anybody, any problem? Now, let's do one more question. The company depreciates machine. The company depreciates machine at the rate of 10% per annum on reducing balance method. Correct? On 1,418, the balance on the machinery account was 72,000. On 1,418, the balance in the machinery account was 72,000. Okay. On 1,1018, a machinery bought on 1,1015 for 10,000 was sold for 6,000. Oh. While another machine bought on 16,000 on 1,1016 was sold for 13,200. Oh. Both the machines were sold on which date? Both the machines were sold on 1,1018. While another machine bought on 1919, a new machine was bought for 18,000 and installed at a cost of 2, that is 20. Show machinery account for 1819, assuming the year ending to be 31st of March 1890. Now charted, 1 minute. Previous question. Yes. Done. Now, so over here, the problem is that there's one asset purchased on 11015. There's one asset purchased on 11016. The total value is today 72. That means 72 is made up of 3 parts. The first part purchased on 11015 and sold, second part purchased on 11016 and sold, and third part still there, unsold. Correct? Are you understanding what I am trying to say? This 72,000 has got 3 parts. This 72,000 has 3 parts. Part 1 purchased on 11015 and sold. purchased on 11016 and sold, correct? And the third part still there. Yes. Now started, I am supposed to prepare account, show machinery account for 1819. ठीक है. Show machinery account for 1819. So I said okay. Statement of plant and machinery. Statement of plant and machinery. Now chartered, relax. See how we do it. There are two ways of doing it. I'll show you both the ways. And why I'm doing all this drama, that ka reason also I'll tell you. Be very carefully, follow me. Date, particulars. There is 72,000 ko we call it machine 1. So this is machine 1 sold part. That machine 1 ka again there is machine 1 sold part. Then there is machine 1 unsold part. Then you purchase new machine M2 and now there is total. Correct? See how I go about. Now, I start on 1418. Now charted 1418. Correct? But 1418 ka direct value can I find out? Yes, I can find out the direct value on 1418. Understood? Yes, how do I find out? I can find out by saying this 1418 asset was purchased on which date? 11015. So half of 1516. Yeah, half of 1516. Then chartered full of 1617. Yes. Then full of 1718. Yes. That means half of 1516, half of 1617, half of full of 1718, half of 1516, full of 1617, and full of 1718. Yes. So I can say the value of the asset was how much? 10,000 minus 5%, because depreciation rate is how much? 10%. Full year ka 10%. So half year ka 5%, that is 1516 minus 10% minus 10%. Correct? This is for 1617 and this is for 1718. Yes or no? Yes, sir. This, tell me the answer, then I'll tell you. 10,000 minus 1516 half year, that is 5%, 1617 full year, that is 10%, 1718 full year, that is 10%. So now tell me the value of the asset remaining. Bolo, bolo. 7695. Don't subtract total 25%. Minus 5%, minus 10%, minus 10%. 7695. Very good. Now my wonderful chartered account. 7695. Machine 2. How much did you purchase machine 2 for? While another machine was purchased on 16,000. 16,000 ka asset you purchased? Yes. When did you purchase? 11016. That is half of 1617 and full of 17, 18. Half of 16, 17 and full of 17, 18. Minus 5%, minus 10%. My wonderful chartered accountant, tell me the value. Bolo, bolo, daro mat. Now, 13,680. Now, chartered, if this same sum was there, for straight line method, chartered, I would have done minus 25% and minus 15%. If you want, you can write it down. If this same sum was there for straight line method, original cost method, in machine 1 sold part, this part mein chartered, I would have done minus 25% directly instead of doing minus 5, minus 10, minus 10. And over here, I would have done directly minus 15 instead of minus 5 and minus 10. Am I clear? Now chartered, on 1/4/2018, total value of this is how much? 72,000. Correct? Yes. Now tell me machine 1 unsold part ka balancing figure. This is balancing. Tell me. Bolo. What is the balancing figure? This total is 72,000, 7,695, 13,680. Balancing figure will be how much? 50,625. Very good. 50,625. Now charted, we are on 1/4/18. On 1/10/18, we are selling both these machines. On 1/10/18, we are selling both these machines. So we are supposed to charge depreciation up to 1/4/18. Yes or no? Yes. This is balance. 1/10/18. Depreciation at the rate of 10%, reducing balance method. That means 7,695 into 10% for half year. 7,695 into 10% for half year. 3,885. Voila. You can say M1, M2, M3, no problem. 385. 385. Now charted, what will be the depreciation on 13,680 for half year? 13,680 for half year will come to 13,680 into 10% for half year is 684. Correct, Chavi. Therefore, total will come to how much? 1069. Barobar? Now charted, we got the book value. 7310, 12,996. Selling price. First one is sold for 6,000 and second one is sold for 13,200. 6,000 and 13,200. That means chartered it will become 19,200. Correcta, incorrecta? Correcta. Then chartered. After this, over here there is loss 1310. Over here there is profit 204. वन में लॉस वन में प्रॉफिट, तो नेट में क्या हो गया? नेट में लॉस. लॉस हाउ मच? 1310 minus 204, that is 1106 का लॉस. Correct. On this date only, 1/10/18, chartered you purchased another asset. How much? 20,000. 31st of March 19. 31st of March 19. Depreciation. How much? 5 on this is 5062.5, that is 5063 on this half year का depreciation. Half year का depreciation, full year का depreciation 1119 में you purchase, sorry. 1119 को you purchase. So only 3 months का depreciation. 500. Total depreciation 5563. Now the game is about to begin. Tell me, what is the value of asset left? Tell me, na 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 na. Plant and machinery account. What is the value of asset left? Not tell me. David, get me the answer. Arey, somebody tell the answer. 1,418. To balance brought down. How much? 72,000. Then 1,1018. By depreciation 1069. By cash bank you sold it together for 19,200. 1,1018. 2, 3. By PL for loss 1106. And 31st March 19. By depreciation 5563. By balance carried down. Correct? 45,063. 45,063. 45,063. 062 होना चाहिए. 062. Check. Correcta. 45062. Correct. Now 65062. That is not possible. 1,119. We have purchased an asset also. To cash bank. 20,000. Correct? No. Acha, 65062. Correct. Sorry. 65062. Correct, Parimala. Now, no. Now charted. Shall we move ahead? Yes. This is done. Correct now. The following balances appear in the books of Dheeraj Enterprises. Dheeraj Enterprises machinery account on 1/4 is 12 lakh. Provision for on 1/4/21 is 4,65,000. Now chartered on 1st October 2021, the machinery account which was purchased on 1/4/18 was sold for 2 lakhs. For 2 lakhs was sold for 1,10,000, and on the same day another machine was purchased for 4,80,000. The firm had been charging depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on written down value of machinery every year. Prepare machine account, provision for depreciation account, and machinery disposal account for the year ending so and so. This came in June 23. Now chartered. So in last question, one machine cut, two parts were sold and one part was unsold. Over here, this is the today's value, out of which a machine which was purchased on 1st April is sold on 1st October 21. That means only one part is sold, one part is left. Correct? So we can say statement of plant and machinery. Date, particulars, M1, the sold wala part, M2, the unsold part. You can call it M1, M2 also. Then you purchased one more machine and then you have got total. Correct? Yes. I want the balance on which date? 1/4/18. Now chartered a machinery which was purchased for 2 lakhs. When it was purchased for 2 lakhs, it was purchased for 2 lakhs on 1st April 18. So 18, 19, 19, 20, 2021 is my current date. Correct. So 3 years ka depreciation. 3 years written down value method, yes. And depreciation rate is how much? 10%. So minus 10%, minus 10%, minus 10%. That comes to how much? 20, 162 minus 10%. Bola. 145,800. Sir, can you please show the statement again? Which statement? You're not writing, Aditya? Now, okay. Now, so 2 lakh minus 10% minus, but you are understanding now. 2 lakh minus 10% minus 10% minus 10%. That comes to how much? Bola bola. 145,800. This is 1,45,800. What is the total? M2 is nothing. This is balance. Now charted 12 lakh minus 465. That means written down value is how much? 12 lakh minus 465. That means written down value is how much? 735. Yes or no? Therefore, charted this should be 7,35,000. Balance on 1,421 is 7,35,000 written down value. Now, can you tell me M1 unsold ka value? This is sold part, unsold part. 589,200. Correct balancing figure because this total is 7,35,000. Hamid, yeah. 589,200, correct. Parimala, correct. Mehnat, correct. Now, Sanjana, correct. Now charted one asset you are selling on which date? 110. So 110. 110. 2021. There is depreciation. Correct? How much? 10%. That is 10% for 6 months is equal to 7290. 7290. Now, my wonderful chartered accountant, what is the book value of the asset left? Book value left is 145,800 minus 7290 is 138,510. 138,510. Correct? Then chartered selling price is how much? Selling price is 1,10,000. You sold it for 1,10,000. Now tell me there is profit or loss. 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 Loss is how much? 28,510. Correct. Now chartered. Can you tell me 28,510? Now chartered, when did you purchase a new asset? The same date another machinery was purchased for 4,80,000. That is 11021. Purchased another machine for 4,80,000. Correct? Yes, sir. Now chartered 31st March 22 depreciation. 50, 58, 920. On 4,80,000 you will charge depreciation for sir, for 6 months only we will charge depreciation. That will come to how much? 24,000. Total is 82,920. Correct? Yes, no. Yes, sir. Now chartered, can you tell me the total column? Total. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. 986 to 80. Now, chartered 986. Now, this asset I have sold. My first question is, you purchased this asset for how much? 2 lakh. And today its value is 145, 200. Sorry, 145, 800. Can you tell me how much depreciation you would have charged? From 2 lakh it became 145, 800 chartered. 2 lakh to 145, 800. Can you tell me how much depreciation? That is 2 lakh minus 145, 800 is equal to 54, 200. 54, 200 and 7290. 54, 200 plus 7290. Current year ka depreciation is equal to 61, 410. Now chartered. 61, 410 is the total depreciation you have charged. Correct? Now, what will be the journal entry? Cash bank account debit 1,10,000. Provision for depreciation account debit 61,490. How did you get 61,490? 61,490 is nothing but 54,200 plus 7290. That is the total depreciation we have charged till date. 54,200 plus 7290 is the total depreciation we have charged till date. Then charted there is a loss. How much? Loss is 28,510. To plant and machinery 2 lakh. In this question we are supposed to follow provision for depreciation. Now charted one more thing. If you could not do this calculation, then take 61,410 in this journal entry as balancing figure. If you cannot do this calculation, that you are supposed to calculate this and this, then the PFD will be total balancing figure of this journal entry. Am I clear? But you are supposed to use provision for depreciation because the question says so. Am I clear? Now, wonderful. This journal entry will be broken into two parts because we are supposed to use disposal also. So, journal entry will become to disposal, two lakhs, and second is disposal To plant and machinery, 2 lakhs. Correcta, incorrecta? Correcta. Now, you are supposed to prepare how many ledger account? 3 ledger accounts. May I start? What are those 3 ledger accounts? First one is plant and machinery account, then provision for debtion account. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Disposal account. Are you ready? Yes, yes, no, no. Now, my wonderful chartered accountant. 986 to 80. What is that? Ah, correct. Now, it is given in the question on 1/4/21, the balance brought down is 12 lakhs. And on 1/4/21, provision का balance brought down is 735. Sir, provision का balance will come on the credit side. Yes. Why? Because it's a liability. Now, chartered, cash bank. Now, on 1/10, you are selling the asset. Yes. On the date of sale, up to the date of sale, you are supposed to charge depreciation. 1/10/21 ko how much depreciation? 7290. In case of provision for depreciation chartered, when you are charging depreciation, what will be the journal entry? Depreciation to provision for depreciation. Depreciation to provision for depreciation. That means provision for depreciation mein by debtion. How much? 7290. Is that clear? 7290 is the debtion. Now, so provision for depreciation. This depreciation ka journal entry is depreciation to provision for depreciation. That we have done. Next. Next is chartered. You sold the asset. You sold the asset, therefore this is the journal entry. Disposal to PM. Disposal to PM. तो PM में 1/10/21 by disposal. How much? 2 lakh. तो disposal में 2 PM. 2 lakh. Yes sir, no sir. Yes sir. Second entry is cash bank PFD PL to disposal. तो disposal में by cash bank 1,10,000 by PNL 28,510 by provision for depreciation 61,490. So disposal में by cash bank no problem, by PL no problem, by provision for depreciation. If disposal में by provision for depreciation, then provision for depreciation में to disposal, disposal में by provision, provision में to disposal. Why you are debiting? Logically, if asset will go, provision will go. If provision will go, provision will decrease. If provision will decrease, it will be debited. I repeat, if asset is sold, asset will go. If asset will go, its provision will also go. If provision will go, provision will reduce. If provision will reduce, you will debit provision. Correct? Yes, no, yes, sir. Now my chartered accountant. Tell me. Balance brought down is 465. Correct. Now tell me the closing balance of all. This is 10 lakhs. And tell me the closing balance of provision also. 465 plus 7290 minus 61410. बोलो बोलो. 465 plus 7290 minus 61490. 4,10,800. 4,10,800. Now charted 10 lakh minus 10 lakh नहीं, 10 lakhs नहीं, on we have purchased also, no? 11021 को we have purchased an asset of 4 lakh 80. So 1680 minus 2 lakh is 14 lakh 80. 14 lakh 80 minus 410 800. 14 lakh 80,000 minus 4 lakh 10,800 is equal to 1069,200. No, on 31st March also we are charging depreciation. No? 31st of March 22. How much depreciation we are charging? 82,920. 82,920. Now tell me this closing balance. This depreciation 465 plus 7290 plus 82,920 minus 61,490, 493,720. Now 14,80,000 minus 493,720 is equal to, net impact of this is 986. 986 280. Correct? And देखो 986 280 is the written down value, and we have got the written down value का balance also 986 280. Am I clear? बोलो बोलो. Now let me read. Rohan Gowda. 493 720. Correct. Correct. Now charted one more minute. Now no. One minute. Now this is one minute. This is this attempt का question paper and इसका depreciation try करें. No. Now this is September 25 का पेपर. चले. Now the following are the details of machinery held by the firm. M1 1420, M2 1422 and M3 1424. ठीक है. The firm uses sum of years digit method. In case of sum of years digit method, you are supposed to charge depreciation in the reverse order of years. So in the ratio of reverse years, that is, in this case it will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The total is 72. This also 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The total will be 736. Check. 5 years to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and total will be 15. You are supposed to charge depreciation in the reverse order of years. So years are 8, then the ratio will be 8 is to 7 is to 6 is to 5 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. Is everybody know this? Yes or no? Previous question. Aditya, क्या हो रहा है? I don't know what you want to see. So मत करो. My rhythm breaks. You want the question, you want the solution. Now I don't know anything. Now no reply. Now what do I do? Done. Don't do this. Now if you want to can take a pick over here now only. Now again I am asking you, please everybody reply. In case of sum of years digit method, you charge depreciation in the reverse order of years. That is 8. If there are 8 years, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If there are 6 years, then 6 is to 5 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. Yes, no. फटाफट बोलो. Yes, no. Yes. चलो. So M1 का depreciation will be 1, 4, 20 से 8 से 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, the firm uses sum of years digit dip. On 1st April chartered, M1 has become obsolete and has been sold for 1,34,000. ठीक है. On the same date, the estimated useful On the same date, the estimated useful life remaining of M2 machine is reassessed at 3 years with 10,000 as scrap value. 1424 को अच्छा, you are required to prepare machinery account, provision for depreciation account and machinery disposal account for the year ending 31st of March 24 and 31st of March 25. Now chartered will prepare statement of plant and machinery M1, M2, M3. Date, particulars, M1, M2, M3 total. Now we are on 1423. Why 1423? Because 1423. Why? Because chartered, they have asked us to prepare for the year ending 31st of March 24. 31st of March 24 means it has started on 1423. Yes. At what price did we purchase the asset? 11 lakhs. So 11 lakhs minus depreciation. Yes. Now listen to this very carefully. How many years ka depreciation? 20 to 21, 21 to 23, 21 to 22 and 22 to 23. So how many years ka depreciation? 3 years ka. So how much it will become? 8 plus 7 plus 6. It is 8 plus 7 is how much? 15. 15 plus 6 is how much? 21. So minus 21 by total 36 into 11 lakhs. Or you can say if 21 is depreciated, then how much is remaining? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that is 9, 12, 15, 9, 12, 15, 17, 18. 9, 12, 14, 15 is left. Or you can say 15 by 36. Are you understanding? Either you can say 876 has depreciated. 8 plus 7 plus 6 is how much? 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 6, 21. So 21 by 36 it has depreciated. If 21 by 36 it has depreciated, that means 15 by 36 is remaining. Correct, charted? Now tell me the value. Tell me the value. 11 lakhs minus 21 by 36 into 11 lakhs. Anybody? 11 lakhs minus 1 minute. Oh, scrap value is also there, no? Minus 20,000. Now, so its value will become 11 lakhs minus how much depreciation? Tell me the amount of depreciation. 10 lakh 80. 10,80,000 divided by 36 into 21. 10,80,000 divided by 36 into 21. 6,30,000. Now chartered, tell me 6,30,000. So what is the value of asset remaining? Minus 11 lakhs. So value of asset remaining is 4,70,000. Correct? Now, similarly chartered 1,422. 1,422 what was the value of the asset? 9,40,000. So 9,40,000 minus depreciation for how many years? 1 year. 940 and scrap value is 40. So depreciation for 1 year is only 8. So minus 8 by 36 into 9 lakhs if I am not mistaken. So that will come to 9 lakhs divided by 36 into 8 is equal to 9,40,000 minus 2 lakhs. That comes to 7,40,000. 7,40,000. Total is 11,10,000. Total is 11,10,000. Is this clear, chartered? Yes, sir. No, sir. Now, so on this asset, you charge depreciation for 3 years. Which 3 years? 2021, 21, 22, 22, 23. On this asset, you charge depreciation only for 1 year, that is 22, 23. So first year ka depreciation will be only 8 by 36. Third asset you will not consider only. Why? Because it was purchased in next year. Now chartered. So we are on 1,423. Now 1,423. Then you 1,424 machine 1 has become obsolete and has been sold for 1,34,000. On the same date, the estimated useful life of machine 1 is reassessed 3 years. You are required to prepare machinery account. Everything happens on 1,424. So 31st of March 20. What is the depreciation? Let's calculate the depreciation. On 31st of March 23, 24. 31st of March 24. Let's calculate depreciation. How much? It will be 3 years over 5 by 36 into 10.8 lakhs. 5 by 36 into 10.8 lakhs. What is that? 4,70,000. 5 by 36 into 10 lakh 80. 10 lakh 80, sorry. 10 lakh 80,000 divided by 36 into 5 is equal to 1 lakh 50,000. Correct? Machine 2, 8 has happened, so 7. So depreciation will be 7 by 36 into 9 lakhs. 7 by 36 into 9 lakhs chartered. 7 by 36 into 9 lakhs chartered. Either you understood 21. Then 1 lakh 75. M2 का depreciation. 1 lakh 75. So total depreciation 325. So now we are on 1,424, balance 3 lakh 20 and 3 lakh 20 and 785 कहाँ से है? तो 4 lakh 65. करेक्ट? चेक करो. 740. बोलो बोलो कुछ तो बोलो, सामने वाले ले गए बाजी. 565. 740 minus 175. 565. This is 320. अच्छा, मुझे कोई इसका टोटल बताएगा? $11,10,000 minus 325 is equal to 785. 885 आ रहा है मेरा तो. अच्छा चार्टेड, कैन यू टेल मी वन थिंग? Is this figure 320 and this figure 565 correct? फटाफट. Your answer will come tomorrow only. 470. एक काम करो, 11 lakh minus 6 lakhs 30. 470 minus 1 lakh 50. 320 and 740 minus 175 is 565. This is 12 lakh 10. and this is 885. Correct? No, depreciation is correct. It is 7 by 36 into 9 lakhs. Why? Because 40,000 is scrap value, Chavi. Then whose letter? Balance is 885. Correct? Now charted on 1/4/21, M1 has become obsolete. It has been sold for 134. So M1 is sold for 134. M1 का प्रॉफिट और लॉस. Sell price 134. Same date you sold it. So 320 minus 134 is equal to 186. This is loss. Loss 186. Now charted क्या हुआ? On the same date, 1/4/20 M3 was purchased. 1/4/24 purchases. M3 is purchased for how much? 8,10,000. Yes sir, no sir. Now, thereafter it is given on the same date the estimated useful life of M2 is reassessed at 3 years with 10,000 scrap value. M2 का. अच्छा. Now we will charge 31st of March 2025 depreciation. M1 का depreciation will be how much? M1 is sold, gone. M2 का 565 minus 3 years का life is left. So 3:2:1. So 3 by 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. 3:2:1, no? So 3 plus 2 plus 1 into 5 lakh 55,000. Why 5 lakh 55,000? 10,000 is the scrap value. Now can you tell me, again I am telling you, how did I get 3 by 6? Now for this asset, 3 years are remaining, so 3:2:1. 3 years matlab you will charge depreciation in the ratio 3:2:1. So first year ka depreciation will be how much? 3 by 6. Correct? And scrap value is equal to 10,000. If scrap value is 10,000, you will charge depreciation on 565 minus 10, that is 555. Now, so 555 tick 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 divide into 3 divided by 6 is equal to 277,500 is the depreciation. इसका फर्स्ट ईयर का डिप्रिसिएशन M3 का. M3 is for 5 years, so 5 by 15, no scrap value. So 8, 10, 5 by 15 is the depreciation. 5 by 15 of 8 lakh 10 is the depreciation, that comes to 2 lakh 70,000. Am I clear? Yes. Now chart a total depreciation plus 277, 5 lakh 47,500. Now you have to do one favor only. That's it. You're just supposed to tell me total ka column. Achha, I'll do it. 885 minus 134 minus 186. Plus 8 lakh 10 minus 547 500. 827 500. Just check and tell me, am I correct or incorrect? Na 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 na. Ready? Yes, yes, no, no. So this is current year ka 827 500. Now, so chartered, we will prepare plant and machinery account. We will prepare provision for depreciation account. Plant and machinery account, provision for depreciation account, and disposal account. Correct? Plant and machinery, provision for depreciation, and disposal. We'll start our accounting on 1/4/23. Now charted 1/4/23 ko asset was 11 and 940. 11 and 940 is 20 lakh 40,000. Correct? And provision for depreciation में 630 plus 2 lakh, that is 8 lakh 30. 1/4/23. Balance brought down 8 lakh 30,000. Is this clear? Yes, sir. Now chartered. So we are done with opening balance. Then we are supposed to charge depreciation 325. 31st of March 24. Depreciation 325. Correct? Yes. Now chartered. Year has ended 31st of March 24. Carried down 20 lakhs 40,000. 31st of March 24. Carried down 11 lakhs 55,000. 24 and 31st of March 24 carried down 11 lakhs 55,000. Correct? Now 1/4/24. brought down. How much? 20,40,000. 1,424 brought down 11,55,000. Now chartered, you sold the asset on first day only. What is the journal entry for sale? Cash bank account debit 134. PFD account debit, I don't know. PL loss is 186. To plant and machinery. Original cost of plant and machinery is 11 lakhs. Original cost of plant and machinery is 11 lakhs. Now, so 11 lakhs ka asset has become 320. 11 lakhs ka asset has become 320. That means provision for depreciation is 7 lakh 80. Correct? Cash bank, PFD, PL to PM. Cash bank, PFD, PL to PM. Chartered, this much everybody understood? Yes, no. This much everybody understood? Yes or no? Tell me. Na, na, na. Anybody, any doubt? Now, so cash bank, PFD, PL to PM. Now, if I sell to cash bank, PFD, PL to PM, have to disposal के through. So this will become cash bank, PFD, PL to disposal. तो disposal में by cash bank, disposal में by cash bank 134 by PL 186 by provision 7 lakh 80. डिस्पोजल में बाय प्रोविजन, प्रोविजन में टू डिस्पोजल, डिस्पोजल में बाय प्रोविजन, प्रोविजन में टू डिस्पोजल. हाउ मच? 7 lakh 80. Then disposal to PM 11 lakhs by disposal 11 lakhs to PM 11 lakhs. Correct? Yes. Sold the asset, then you purchased 8 lakh 10 to cash bank 8 lakh 10,000. 1,424 को you purchased. Then chartered accountant. Then chartered accountant. Depreciation के बाद क्या लूं मैं? Then depreciation 547,500. 31st March 2024. 547,500. Correct? Now, (31st of March 25). Now tell me, chartered, 31st of March 25 to balance carried down is how much? No. 1155 1 2 3 plus 547 47,500 minus 7,80,000. 922,500. Correct. Thereafter, 204, 20,40,000 minus 11 lakh plus 8,10,000, 17,50,000. 31st of March 25 carried down 17,50,000 and disposal has tallied. Now chartered with that we come to end of depreciation. All varieties of depreciation questions we have done, which I felt were good. We have done all accounting, provision, disposal, everything. So I think, and that's all for the day. And tomorrow we will do inventory. Chalo kar inventory. Is this done? Then I will start with inventory. Yeah, I'll share today's notes and yesterday's notes in group today. Anyway, we'll not be able to do too much in inventory today, so we'll do it tomorrow only. Yeah, I'll send the notes today only. Am I clear? Bye-bye.